All right, my name is Marco Cazorla, and I'm gonna show you from start to finish how to install this roll-up door. Let's get started. So first things first, make sure the window is rolled all the way up, and then you're going to get your soap solution, wet the entire window. You're gonna grab your piece that's already pre-cut by the plotter, and you wanna make sure that the film is liner side out. So you can see how the film just bends, curves this way? So inside the bend is the tint side. So the tint side always goes facing down, all right? And then right here, you want about a 1/4 inch gap on this long point right here and the bottom edge. This is the long point because this point is taller than this one, okay? All right, so once you have that, you're going to get your big squeegee, and you're just gonna lock this straight down, okay? Once I have this in place, I'm gonna see how there's a bunch of space right here. You need to flatten this out, so just feed it into this channel right here. And so I'm just pulling, and then I'm rotating. You'll see the fingers start to grow, okay? Like that, right there. Once I see the size of the finger that I want, I'm holding it, holding tension with my hand, and then I'm just going to lock this in place like that, and then squeegee straight down. Then you're going to get your half moon, and you're just going to extract the moisture that's in between these fingers right here. It's just like that, and I'm just going to create a finger, just like that. Now, when you encounter a finger that looks like a big tree branch and goes like this, a red flag needs to go off in your brain. It's too big, I need to break it up. So just get your thumb and break it up and turn it into 2 fingers, or just make it smaller, like that, all right? So when you get your heat gun, make sure that it's warmed up. Don't just turn it on and start heating, because the coils on the inside are not warm and you're more likely to burn the film. All right, so keep the heat gun in your dominant hand, because what I don't want you to do is to go like this and switch tools while you're installing, and you're gonna burn yourself right here. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna keep it in my left hand. And once we're heating, we're looking for the film to go zigzag like this. So once the film goes like that, no more heat in that area, okay? And remember that film only shrinks up and down. So anytime you see a finger go in another direction, you literally have to force it to go up and down. I'm gonna always place the heat gun at the top of the finger, and once I obtain that zigzag, push it down with your tool, okay? And you gotta notice how I'm holding the heat gun. I'm not tilting it at any other direction, because one, if you look, the heat right here has no escape route. So you're more likely to burn these seals. And if you aim it up this way, you're gonna burn this right here, this film that's not ready for heat. Okay, so now that all of this is all flat, I'm gonna do a double shrink just to ensure that the film is completely flat, so when I install on the inside, it doesn't have any chance to suck up any of the dirt or dust or debris from that bottom seal. Okay, so I'm just gonna get your tool, do not use your hand, and go like this, because these edges are sharp. So get your tool here, and then slide it all the way across like that. Squeegee the side down, and only the parts that are lifted, you're gonna apply heat. Just like that. Notice I'm keeping the heat gun running, and I'm keeping the heat gun pointed down. You don't want to angle it like this, because you'll burn paint, and we don't want that. I'm gonna wet my peel board, and then I'm going to grab my film. All I'm gonna do, take it off the glass, and just rotate it. That's all that I'm doing. Do not flip it around or do anything like that. Just here, rotate. So now the fingers that were at the bottom are at the top. It all makes sense a little bit later. Now that I'm here, I just want to fold this over, and I want to just grab the excess of film around the perimeter. So if this line goes like this, so I'm going to pull away from my cut lines. This line goes like this, so I'm going to pull up. Just like this. This line down, okay? All right, now we're gonna go inside the glass. One thing I like to do is to place all my tools that I'm gonna need to accomplish this install, so that I'm not looking for all my tools inside my pouch and running around. Also, if a customer were to walk through your installation area, they're not gonna wonder what the heck are they putting all those sharp looking tools on my car. Always take that extra step of professionalism and protecting your customer's investment, all right? All right, so these are the tools that I need. All right, so now that we're inside the glass, we're gonna get your sprayer and just wet the glass. You gotta take into consideration the vehicle that you're working on. If it's a hard plastic, there's ideally no need to cover it. But if you're working on super high-end cars, you're gonna need to protect your customer's door panels, okay? So just wipe and go as you're moving. All right, so then you're gonna get your scrub pad and you're gonna scrub the entire window up and down and then left to right. And also, I like to just run my hand over the glass to make sure there's no stickers, dirt, debris, anything like that. If you're working on a vehicle and you see a car seat or anything like that right back here, a little red flag should go off like, oh, there's little kids right here, and little kids like to put stickers everywhere. So just take an extra 10 seconds to clean this better, okay? All right, now that that is cleaned, roll the window completely down, then get your sprayer and you want to wet these channels right here, all right here. All right, just like that. And then you're going to grab your smart card and wrap it around with the microfiber, and you want to just clean these channels extremely good. Up and down, like that, pretty clean. And while that you're here, I would clean this pillar as well because the film is going to touch this. So you want to minimize any chance of dirt and debris. And then I would clean this top rope, this top seal right here. Okay. All right, there's some dirt right there. Next, you're going to flush this bottom seal right here because you want to make sure that any dirt that is sitting there when you roll it down, you want to flush it out. All right, so just angle your sprayer just like that. Okay, then you're going to roll the window up. You want about a 2-inch gap, so use 2 fingers. Get your fingers out of the way. You don't want to run over your fingers. Get your scrub pad and fold it completely over this edge and clean that top ridge. Then you're going to get your lint-free glass towel and clean that up as well, just so that it can stick to the towel to make sure that there's no dirt or debris. All right, and then the next step you're flushing the top edge, I call 50-50. You're gonna flush this top edge and this edge right here with your sprayer. Give it a good flush. Then you're going to get your little squeegee and squeegee edge to edge. And clean the squeegee after every stroke. Okay, so edge to edge, just like this. Then you're gonna spray the channels downward. Always spray downward because if you spray up, any dirt and debris that's sitting up here can get back into your window. Like that. And I like to miss this. And then I'm gonna go to my peel board. I'm going to wet the clear to control static so that when I peel this up halfway, it's gonna stick really easy, okay? Like that, okay? Now, all this adhesive is exposed, so you need to move a little bit quicker. So once the adhesive is exposed, you gotta wet quick, just like that. All right? Then I'm going to rinse my fingertips because my fingers are going to touch the adhesive, all right? Now I'm gonna flick with my thumb and then I'm gonna rotate my hand and I'm just gonna go like this. I'm touching it in an inconspicuous spot where a customer's not gonna see it, and also I rinse my hands really thoroughly, so it should be extremely clean. Lift it up, and then I'm going to start with the long side. So that is the left side right here. My ring finger and my pinky finger are just kind of coming on the inside like this. And then they're just placing it on the glass with my wrist and just put it on the glass. You can see it's touching this pillar right here, but I cleaned it really good. All right, this next step is very crucial. You need a 90-degree fold underneath this line right here, okay? Not like this. Definitely not like that, okay? You need a good fold, anything under this line. So just go right there, and I'm putting light pressure right here. My free hand, I'm gonna put it up here and just slide it in. This window has a lot of play, so I gotta make sure that the window is completely out. So I'm just gonna put pressure on this top edge to make sure that I'm completely covered. And you're just gonna keep sliding it in until you have this edge covered. So I'm a little bit too far this way. Now I'm just going to slide it over. Then I'm going to get my alignment, okay, right there. You want a tight gap on the top edge, okay? Just like, it's a good edge. And to check your edge, you're just going to go like this. Never, never, never check your edge like this. It will cut you. Then I'm going to get my gray Litco that I cut in half with my right hand. My thumb is inside this ridge, and I'm going to apply a lot of pressure with my free hand. I'm locking it in place with my palm, okay, just like that. And I'm only going to be concerned with the top 2 inches of this film. Here, squeegee out, just to slow the film down. And I'm going to repeat everything going this way. Light pressure. Once I get my alignment that I'm trying to achieve, then I can do this next step, but push a little bit harder. Holding it, squeegeeing really hard. And these corners right here, I'm always squeegeeing up. Always up in these corners. Because if you squeegee down, you're literally forcing more film down at the bottom that never existed, and in your mind, you're gonna be like, I know I shrank that window, but I'm getting fingers. It's because you literally force more film down at the bottom. Make sure the window is completely up. See, it wasn't up all the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna flush. All right, you can see how there's a bunch of tension right here. It's kind of tight, so you need to release that tension. If not, you're gonna have really big crease marks right there. So what I'm gonna do, pull it in and fold it in on itself. See, all that tension's released. Grab this clear right here, and with my free hand, my left hand, I'm gonna do like rock star hands. I think everybody knows what this is. And I'm gonna place it right here where I'm pulling. And I'm gonna pull like in a shape of a U, all right? So I'm just gonna go like this. Keep pulling. And notice that my hand, with the rock star hand, it's following wherever this hand goes. This, and I'm stopping, grabbing from here. Because if you continue to pull just from here, you're gonna put a lot of stress on the film, and it's going to crease. Okay, and you can see right here, see what the film's doing? It wants to just fold, and that is because I did my 90-degree fold. That is the secret that shouldn't be so secret when two-staging windows. Once I remove the clear, I'm going to rinse my fingertips because I'm going to touch the adhesive again. Pull right in the middle and wet the adhesive right here, the sticky side. And as I'm pulling this way. Look, that film just wants to tuck inside there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, place it against the glass and then just slide the film into this channel. Now, you can only slide the film when the film is flat against the glass. If you can see that, see how everything's resting right there? That's the objective. You want the film to be flat, and then you can slide it. Because if it's not flat and you try to move it, then you will crease it. Okay, so you're looking for the film to be flat. Okay, not like this. Okay, then here, slide it in. And you're gonna do the same thing on this side. Slide it in. Next, you're gonna dry your thumbs, because you're gonna put your thumbs together like this, and you're just gonna buckle the film in the middle to get that bottom edge of the film flat against the glass. So just like this. Okay, you can see how the film is just sitting above that gasket seal, okay? And then you're gonna get your Platinum Easy Reach. It's sloping downward to the left, so that's the direction I'm going to use this tool. Now when you're using this, you want 2 points of contact, okay? Not like this, you want it 2 points of contact. Slide it all the way in there and flex it back to open up the gasket. And then your other free hand just goes behind, slides the film behind the gasket. Okay, I'm gonna do that going all the way across. Some cars are really tight and you'll have to flip it around and just use this tiny point, this point right here. That works as well, okay? If you see a bunch of air pockets, it needs to go somewhere. So open up that seal like I'm doing and then just feed that film inside the channel. And then the right side, I mean, this film just wants to go in there, okay? Wet the film, grab your squeegee like you're holding a pen or a pencil, and you just want to do light squeegees downward. Nice and easy. Wet the film again. And then you're going to do kind of like a diamond push-up, 2 hands like this, and you want to put a lot of pressure because you want to extract all the moisture. The last thing you want to do is think that you do a good job, and the customer comes back and saying there's a big old bunch of air pockets, there's a pool of water in my window. So you got to push hard on this stuff, okay? Then get your gray Litco card and I like to call this around the world. With your right hand, it's going to go around here like this, behind those seals, and then switch hands, and your left hand goes like this. All right? You want to make sure you get this blade all the way in here, not like this, not like this. Right here like that. Your thumb is inside this ridge, and your index is on this top right here, okay? And go halfway around the world. Take a little trip with me. Done. Wipe off the panel, clean the outside of the glass, touch up anything that needs to be touched up. That is it. That is how you install a roll-up door. My name is Marco Cazzorla, and I just completed this install demonstration. I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, let us know.